Good afternoon and welcome back to Baldfather Bets, guys. We're going to give you our play for tonight, Thursday Night Football, between the Chargers and the Vikings. We are also adding 5 college and 2 NFL plays on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. At the end of this one, we actually have quite a few plays that we've already laid out there for both days over the course since Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday videos, and now this one. But first, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel, notifications on, so you know when we post, especially if we do it close up till kickoff. You know when you get our second half community posts. Those are important as well, because we've been winning at a decently high rate with those this year. And give this video some love, like, share, comment. Let me know what you're playing tonight for Thursday Night Football. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier thing, because that's quite wild. So for tonight, we've already given you guys this one. We're taking the Vikings plus the 4. We're doing that for 3 units. If you can only get 3.5, that's still fine. You guys know I love 4, though. It's one of my favorite numbers, because you get the cover if you're up by 3 and then the other team scores a last-minute touchdown to win the game. You get the push, not the cover. We love the matchup here in terms of Vikings defense against this Chargers offense, which is still reeling with its tackles. They were now down to a 6-string tackle this past weekend against the Colts. Vikings have a pretty formidable pass rush, especially given the blitzes that they bring with Brian Flores blitzing on first, second down, all those sorts of things. I think that's going to give the Chargers a lot of trouble in terms of their ability to move the ball. Obviously, we like Herbert over Wentz, but Wentz in his career is actually quite good in primetime games. He's also quite good on Thursday night. Offensively, the Vikings are almost fully healthy again, and the Chargers are even starting to reel a little bit defensively when it comes to injuries. Not like they are on the offensive line, but it's something that needs to be monitored. So we like the Vikings here. It's a difficult injury spot for the Chargers. They should start to finally get a little bit healthier. And quite honestly, I was a little bit disappointed in what I saw with them against the Colts last week. So Vikings plus 4 for 3 units. We are also adding on the weekend Oklahoma. Everything is 3 units that we're telling you that we're adding. All these plays, all 7 of them are 3 units. We're adding Oklahoma minus 5 against Ole Miss for 3 units. Like the Oklahoma defense in terms of their ability to stop that Ole Miss pass game much better than Georgia did, and think Mateer can do enough to get Oklahoma the win from an offensive side and a cover, especially with his legs. We like Missouri plus 3 in the game day game against Vandy. We were on Vandy last week against LSU at a very similar line in a very similar spot. Missouri's a much different team, and Missouri has the ability to score with Vandy here. They're actually kind of similar teams in what they like to do. I think Vandy's a little bit more short yardage, tougher triple option. Missouri can kind of spread it out a little bit more. But in terms of what they like to do with run game with the quarterback, all that's similar. So we like Missouri plus 3 in that one. Think that there's a very good chance they'll get the outright win. We like Iowa State minus the 2.5. That's one of my favorite plays of the week against BYU. BYU, a ranked team. Iowa State, a non-ranked team. Iowa State favored at home. There's a reason for that. BYU's not a good team. I think this is where their perfect season comes to an end and they are knocked off the undefeated ranks. I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa State doesn't blow them out, but Iowa State wins decently, convincingly in this one. We're laying the 3.5 with Washington against Illinois. Fading Illinois on the travel spot, fading Illinois in general as we have all year because they suck. And going with Williams here in this spot. I know Illinois is a trendy dog this week because people think that they are good at football, but they're terrible. And they're an embarrassment to preseason analysts who had them in their top 10. Anyway, Texas minus 6.5 against Mississippi State. So we weren't on Kentucky last week, but we gave you guys that as a nugget to fade Texas in that spot. This one's a little bit different. Mississippi State isn't quite as good of a team as Kentucky. Kentucky isn't good by any means. But now you're not literally getting Texas in a down spot, like a letdown spot. You're probably going to get their best effort after needing overtime to get a 3-point victory against Kentucky last week in even with offensive struggles, the matchup here from a talent standpoint is pretty tough for Mississippi State to overcome. What Mississippi State will try to do is pound the ball at the middle, and then take shots on the outside, probably on the weak side corner against Texas. But I just don't think it'll be quite enough to overcome Texas's defense. So we like Texas minus the 6.5 here, and a number based on I mean, you're getting an amazing number on Texas based on a model, but models can't really account for how shitty Texas's offense is. So that's kind of the other thing here. Then in the NFL, we're taking the Dolphins +8. Don't ask me. I hate it. I hate them. I hate the Dolphins. I hate everything about them. But the number's too big. So we're taking the Dolphins +8. And then we are laying the 13.5 with the Colts. I came off my betting against the Titans for 1 week last week in a spot that if they were ever going to cover a number, it was last week, going up against Variable and the Patriots and everything coming in. It may just have been we may owe Brian Callahan we may have to strip him of some of the glory that we gave him for being 4-19 ATS. It may not have been him. It may be that this Titans organization is that dog shit, and it doesn't matter who their head coach is. That with this ownership and this leadership, they are the worst ATS team of all time. And if that is, that's sad, because we put Brian Callahan on the highest of high mantles at Bald Feather Butts, and I would hate to have to take him down and know that it wasn't him the whole time. But for now, we're fading the Titans. That's it. Thank you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. This one should be a good one. So, yeah. And then we'll be back at you Saturday with all of our plays for college, Sunday with all of our plays for where we pick every game against the spread in the NFL, and then obviously for Monday Night Football. But stay safe out there. Appreciate you guys. And let's go Vikings.